Hello YouTube, I'm here. I half didn't want to do the video, but I said on behalf of Sister Monique that we had to, whether anybody sees or not. So I know y'all about tired of the darn on deep subjects, but we got to get into it with Monique. I didn't expect it. I've been on the beauty channel for the past. Y'all got to give credit where credit's due. A girl left this channel for a moment and was back on the beauty channel. And darn gone was, and also, just in case y'all have not been on my Instagram, I am on a model search. Regardless of what's going on with YouTube right now, we are still going to be moving over here. So maybe Monique will take something from this black girl not letting nobody shut me down over here, where she takes this advice to heart. So now granted, I never got paid from YouTube like that, no way. I just got my final payout yesterday, honey. It just cleared my bank account the darn gone day. So now, and I guess the little bit of coins I made over here, they'll disperse on the 21st of February. But anyways, on to, before we get into Monique, like I said, I am doing a casting call. I am hiring male models. I'm hiring female models. We are going to get this up and running. Brazilian waxes. I also need underarm wax demonstrations. I need chest and back wax for guys demonstrations. And we're going to be doing free chemical peel services. And also every person who does this modeling for me, that will be released on YouTube for y'all on my professional channel. You will not receive the $200 gift card. I will be giving you the $2,000 gift card. The $2,000 gift card is out now for you to save on your travel expenses. So I will be giving every one of my models the $2,000 card along with additional benefits from Pt.1 Aesthetics. So now that we got my business promotion out the way, you know, ain't nothing wrong with a black sister doing, especially doing this video. I think we gonna show how proper self-black promotion works over here. Hence why I got my thin afro out today. Y'all know my hair is still in recovery mode. We got to go through some hair therapy. Once again, I mentioned all that on my beauty channel, Pt.1. So yeah, I got my hair out for people who was questioning the bonnet, honey. This is why I typically wear the bonnet, because my hair is still not in the best condition. But regardless. Now, on to Sister Monique. I looked at everything. When I said I looked at everything, I looked at everything but her Periscope. I can't get Periscope on my Samsung. But on my other phone, I can. But this is the cheap phone that runs slow. For some reason, I can get Periscope on this, so I got to look at her Periscope. But I seen the minute video, I seen the interview with Sway, and I've seen multiple people responses. So I looked at B. Scott, I've looked at Essence, I chimed in on the Essence Live, where the black women over there, and they was giving some rather honest reviews. Just in case y'all didn't know, we also did a video over here on this channel about Richard Lou Dennis. He has now brought out Essence. Essence is now black owned, and not only is it black owned by the former owner of Shea Moisture, but everybody in the head management is black women. As y'all can tell, those were two lovely black women that was giving their thoughts on Monique over there on Essence, and I disagreed with some of their thoughts over there, and as y'all seen in the comment section. Also the Breakfast Club. Okay, I really didn't take Charlene the Goddess seriously at all. I mean, this the same person who's gonna cozy up with Tommy Loren. This is the same person who was so blatantly blind to the struggles of the Afro-Latino community with Amar La Negra. I know I can't roll my R's. Just in case y'all trying to pinpoint I know me and Amar La Negra looks alike, but I'm not Latina. So excuse me, Amar La Negra, that I can't roll my R with your pronunciation. So yeah, with that, I didn't even want to hear what he had to say about Monique, because the Charlene the Goddess is on some coon shit. Now, granted that some people had some justifiable excuses why she should not have gotten paid what she gotten paid. Some people just outright disrespectful, talking about she should be getting blessed about getting that. So let's get on into it. So, like I said, I've seen everybody. I've seen Boyce Watkins, Cynthia's channel. She decided to go over to Patreon. So I ain't seen her. I'm assuming she did a video over there. So I'm gonna have to donate my money over there and then look at her. Y'all know I disagree with her quite a bit, but I think she's a very beautiful, black, intelligent woman, and I will be supporting over there as well on Patreon. So I seen everybody else though. I seen Phil the Advice Show, Lovely T, everybody. So everybody, for the most part, the majority are sane people. Let's you know, the jigaboos, the Charlene, the Goddesses, let's not pay them any mind. Everybody has come to some form of consensus that Monique was underpaid. She was underrepresented. And what I mean by underrepresented, like, they did not look at her resume at all, but you factor in Amy Schumer's resume. And like I said, there was so many ignorant people talking about when's the last time Monique's been in a movie. She was just in a movie this past almost Christmas in December 2016, and it actually darn gone turned more of a profit than Amy Schumer's movie. So if we want to go off of darn gone resumes and comparisons, darn gone Monique was coming with the facts, honey. I will give Monique that. Now, this is where I disagree with Monique. How much the Oscars should matter. How much the Oscars should matter. Now, you know, Monique, we got to bring you back down to Humbleville with this blackballedness. Now, with blackballed by some white balls, you know damn well they ain't playing fair to darn gonna consider your darn gonna Oscar. If they didn't even darn gonna consider the fact that darn gonna Whoopi Goldberg is one of the very few people who is an EGOT recipient, who has an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, which very few people have those four combinations. If they did not consider Queen Latifah is a multi-darn-gone SAG-winning artist. She is a Screen Actor Guild Award multi-winner 5 times over. She has won Emmys and she has won Grammys. So she is a queen. She's a queen ego, honey. We would call her Queen Ego. She got everything but the Tony. If they can ignore those two beautiful black women, if they can ignore Queen Latifah, who's been in the game just as long as you, and she's been in the game long, well, no, because Monique was on the because she's been around since the 80s herself. Monique used to run a comedy club, whereas Queen Latifah started out as a rapper. So y'all both been around the same time, and you notice that Queen Latifah is still getting snubbed, and she ain't in blackballed. So this goes so far beyond Monique, but it's more easily justifiable for them to just, you know, throw you and say, oh, well, when's the last time you've been in the hit? And so many of us is not looking at Monique's issue because we can't separate Monique. Some of us is not mature enough to separate Monique herself from what she's saying. Because the message is coming from this person, we got to darn on question the validity of the message, even though the message is true. So if you separate Monique from that message and you put darn on Tracy Ellis Ross there, what's the excuse with Tracy Ellis Ross being darn on paid less acting pay than darn on Anderson? Because the excuse that y'all tried with Monique was, oh, she wasn't relevant. When's the last time she's been in a movie? Is she selling out this, that, and the third? Okay, now let's run down Tracy Ellis Ross' resume. Tracy Ellis Ross has been in the game for over 20 plus years. Name recognition: she is the daughter of the legendary Diana Ross. She's the daughter of Diana Ross. We all know her outside of being Diana Ross' daughter. She's been in the game and has a classic show called Girlfriends that was on in the early 2000s that became a classic. She's now on this show called Blackish, and I think she was nominated and won a darn gone Screen Actor Guild Award for it. I think she's also won a Golden Globe for her performance on Blackish. She's actually got more award accreditation to her versus Anderson. Yet she's being paid less than Anderson. So now what's the excuse with Tracy Ellis Ross being paid less than Anderson? I wait. I wait. And before some of y'all say that, oh, well, he's a director on set along with Lawrence Fishburne, I think somebody as educated and has been in this field as long as Tracy Ellis Ross has, I think she knows the difference between directors' pay and acting pay. And how come she's being paid less acting pay than darn on Anderson, despite the fact that she has more celebrity stardom than Anderson. She has more stardom than Anthony Anderson. She has won the awards on Blackish, in addition to awards before Blackish. Now, I'm not discrediting Anthony Anderson as well. I'm just saying, why isn't she being paid equal though? So Monique is on to some valid points that black women still face sexism as far as pay discrepancy, because the average black woman makes 65% to that of the white male, whereas the black woman makes 72% to the white male. So black women's always darn on getting looked down at the least, no matter how light skinned you is. Because I would go as far as to say Tracy Ellis Ross is more white than she is black. If darn on Tia and Tamara Mowry came out darn going 50+% white and only 40+% African, you can't tell me that Tracy Ellis Ross wouldn't be 60+% white herself. She has a full darn on white parent and a questionably biracial black, because I'm still curious about Diana Ross' ancestry. Diana Ross looked like she got something in her herself. Versus with Tia and Tamara Mowry, they have one undeniably black chocolate, parent. But darn on Diana Ross is a red bone. And darn on her father is white with Tracy Ellis Ross. And that's a conversation within itself, because I see so many black people say, technically you are who your father is, but some of y'all who follow that logic still consider Tracy Ellis Ross to be a black woman. But she still will be a minority woman at the end of the day, because she's a woman first and foremost. And number two, she still got some degree of color in her, and it shows that even as a European that she is still facing darn on misogyny. Like I said, Queen Latifah, legend in the game. And if y'all check out my Instagram post, I ran down, and so I ain't going to go over everybody, but I pretty much ran down everybody outside of Monique who fits the bill that she's being discriminated against. Whoopi Goldberg, Taraji P. Henson. Why is Taraji P. Henson making less than Kelly Kokio, who's on the Big Bang Theory? Now, both of those shows have similar levels of budget. Both of those actresses have been in the game about the same time. Kelly Kokio got her start on Charm. I actually loved her as Billy on Charm. She was on the final season of Charm in 2006. And Taraji P. Henson got her start as far as blowing up when she was on Hustle and Flow in 2005. So Taraji has been more on the movie circuit since then. Billy has sort of fell off until she came across Big Bang Theory and it blew up. And then Taraji got on Empire and it blew up even bigger. The first season had 21 million views. Okay, y'all wasn't expecting that. But by the second season, even though it tanked as far as comparison to itself, it still maintained an average of 16 million viewers, which is similar to the numbers that the Big Bang Theory brings in. Except Kelly Kokio at the time was making $2 million an episode. Taraji P. Henson was only making about $170,000 an episode. They just recently bumped them up to like $250,000 per episode. But why is she getting paid? I'm still trying to figure out why is she getting paid 1/4 of what Kelly Kokio is making. where their resume is similar. Because now Kelly Kokio and them was all making about $2 million, to the point where it dried out the budget and they took a pay decrease to $1 million. So they now making $1 million per episode. I think the final season of The Big Bang Theory has came on, but still the fact that they was able to have to go down to $1 million, and Taraji P. Henson is not only making a quarter of that, but they both offer similar levels. And darn on Taraji actually does both movies and television. And darn on Taraji is an Emmy winner and a darn on Oscar winner. She's a Screen Actors Guild Award winner, a Golden Globe winner. She's darn on accredited with all these darn on awards to her name, on top of being a triple threat. I mean, a darn on black actress that does TV, who does movies. Are you serious? And she's getting paid a quarter. She can't even get paid equal. Technically, she should be getting paid more. But this is the problem that Monique was addressing. So I would love to know y'all thoughts about this pay discrepancy with Taraji P. Henson with Empire. She's making only $250,000, whereas Kelly Kokio is making $1 million. And we talked about this in our Empire discrepancy. I mentioned her pay with Empire, and how everybody else was looking at the Lyons brothers making $20,000. And once again, like I said, here we go. We look after the man, but we always just because Taraji P. Henson is making more money, we ain't gonna look at the fact that she's been undercut by $750,000. We're going to darn gonna look to why the Lyons brothers are making only $20,000 per episode, but all of them are new actors to the game, except for Jesse Smollett, who did play on some roles here and there as a child, but never got no award nominations or nothing like that would justify him getting paid $100,000 plus per episode. Now, if we was talking about his sister Janelle Smollett, who plays on The Underground, that'll be a different story. But as far as Jesse Smollett goes, like I said, maybe $40,000 per episode. Call it a darn gone day with them. But darn on Taraji P. Henson, we ain't bringing up her pay. Who else did I bring up while I was at it? Like I said, I brought up so many darn on people. Let me see. We mentioned Tracy Ellis Ross, Queen Latifah. Wanda Sykes says she got paid less than half. Y'all already know about that. She was paid $250,000, and darn gone went to darn gone Epics, I think. We mentioned Taraji. Jada Pinkett Smith has been an icon for. She's been in the game since the 80s, and she has been doing it. Yet she's been offered less than a. Now I can somewhat understand with Jada Pinkett Smith, but I'm like, Jada, y'all couldn't at least gave her $1 million herself. But then again, I would guess that would justify, okay, how come we ain't gave Queen Latifah $5-6 million? So if they're going to do it like that, because both of these women were in darn gone Girls Trip, and all the actors in that movie combined made $1 million. Now I'm trying to figure out how in the hell between darn gone Jada Pinkett Smith and Queen Latifah did they make $1 million together. Whereas Queen Latifah is really worth about $5 million on her own. Now Jada, I could see getting $1 million offer. The movie overall made $100 million, so they would have still been in profit. And Tiffany Haddish, she was brand new onto the scene, so I can understand if they lowballed her and gave her a $100,000 offer, because you just getting in the dough. This is starting pay for you. So the list goes on. I done mentioned Whoopi. Hoda, if they say Hoda is a black woman, she is of Egyptian descent. I remember seeing years ago on back when I used to watch her show, that she gets the blowout treatments. She gets the Dominican blowout. So her hair is naturally curly, but she always have it blowed out. And with her being so fair skinned, you just think she's a white woman. But actually, when you do look at Hoda, you do see some African in her. Like, you do somewhat see it with Hoda. And even with her last name being caught, you know, that name is Egyptian. So, yeah, she's a very fair-skinned Middle Eastern woman who was paid less than 1/4 of what Matt Lauer's salary is. He was one of the many people who got caught up in the sex assault scandal. Him, the fat guy off of the darn on Chew, darn on Kelly, darn on Harvey Weinstein. Everybody every damn week is a darn on sex scandal. So they asked Hoda, who's been on the network for over 20 some years, who got just as much recognition as Matt Lauer, but not as much as experience as far as being in a lead acting role. And she gets offered a salary that was less than the starting pay of Matt Lauer, because I do believe Matt Lauer's starting salary was at $13 million. And he over the years worked his way up to $36 million. But the fact that they darn on got Hoda at $7 million and didn't even darn on match her to the starting salary of Matt Lauer, that goes to show the disrespect when it comes to women, no matter how fair skinned you is. Like I said, Tracy Ellis Ross might as well be 60% white. Darn gonna Hoda, most of y'all would naturally think she's a white woman. And despite the fact how racially ambiguous as these two women are, they still face discrimination when it comes to somebody who's undeniably a white male or a black male. Because in darn on Tracy's case, she's dealing with the male aspect of it, sexism. Darn gone Hoda is dealing with sexism and colorism. So what is y'all thoughts on this, y'all? I know this is gonna be a long video because it goes into everybody. As y'all can tell, I got Taraji P. Henson, I got Whoopi Goldberg, Jada Pinkett Smith, Wanda Sykes, Hoda, Monique, Queen Latifah, Tracy Ellis Ross, and last but not least, my girl who I've been looking at for it's been over 10 years since I've been looking at Viola Davis. I met Viola Davis way back in 2006 on Law and Order SVU. So I've been following her years before How to Get Away with Murder was even thought about. And she's been killing it on that show ever since then. She finally get her just due. She get her own show. She's been killing it. She's done got her awards. Now tell me, out of all these years in the game, why is she still not on Marisha Haggerty's level? Now, for y'all who do not know who Marisha Haggerty is, she's actually one of my two most favorite actresses. I think people know this about me by now, but my two favorite actresses happen to be Lindsay Hartley and Marisha Haggerty. So I'm not saying this to discourage these two women because they are my biggest inspirations as far as actors, and these two are white women. So Lindsay Hartley plays Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald Crane Winfrey on Passions. And Marisha Haggerty plays Olivia Benson off of Law and Order SVU. I do believe that Marisha Haggerty is an Emmy winner. However, Viola Davis is an Emmy winner. I want to say she's an Emmy winner. Is she an Emmy winner? Yeah, I want to say she's a Oscar winner. So she's an Oscar winner, a Golden Globe winner, and I want to say she is, who just got recently nominated for 2 Emmy? I want to say she's a 2-time Emmy nominee. No, that's Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige is a 2-time Oscar nominee, and she broke the record for the first black woman to get offered more. I think the first black person period to get offered more than 1 Oscar at a time. So I think Viola Davis is already an Emmy winner, an Oscar winner, and a Golden Globe winner. Yet she still makes $500,000 less than somebody who has only been on TV, has not been in no major blockbuster movies, and has just played one character she does it excellent. Like I said, there ain't nothing wrong with Mariska Hargitay. But the fact that you have somebody as diverse as Viola Davis, who has played in Suicide Squad, who has played in The Help, who has played in Fences, who has played in all these movies, and has earned an Oscar and an Emmy, and also a Golden Globe. And the fact that y'all don't even still pay her less, what the hell is going on, Shonda Rhimes? And we do got to hold our black people accountable, because it's not just white people who darn on lowballers. It's some of our own people. Because darn on with Taraji is answering to Lee Daniels. So Lee Daniels is the one that writes Taraji P. Henson's check, a black male. And darn going a black woman darn gonna writes Viola Davis check. So it's not always about the white man. So I don't think that this video is to get on, oh, white man this, white man that. No, sometimes we got to hold our own accountable too. Because two of these situations can be resolved with darn gone holding our own accountable. And actually, Jada too. Jada and Will Smith, they said the person who did Girls Trip was a black man. So once again, it's a false narrative. Now with Netflix is white on. But I want to focus on these women for a moment. And Monique, we might have to get back to you. I might have to do a whole separate video for you, because this video is about to get intense. And I don't got time. Y'all know I don't do no 2-hour videos. So yeah, at about the 40-minute mark, I will cut this off and I get back to Monique. But I want to focus on these women. Because number one, these women are not blackballed, so y'all can't use that excuse. Y'all can't use they not relevant. We talking about Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, Tracy Ellis Ross, Whoopi Goldberg, Hoda Kotb, Wanda Sykes, Taraji P. Henson, Viola Davis. All these women are still very recognizable icons and legends to this darn on day, but not even getting paid to the starting point of darn on entry-level white actresses. Why is darn on Viola Davis only getting paid $200,000 per episode for How to Get Away with Murder, but darn on Mariska Hargitay has one of the highest pays on TV at $750,000 per episode? Now, that being said, longevity does play a part of this. After 19 seasons, we do understand that darn on How to Get Away. I mean, with Law and Order, it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere at this point. It might finally beat out the original long-standing. I think the original Law and Order tied with Gunsmoke as far as the longest running series. And darn going Law and Order is about to match that before it closes the doors, because I'm starting to see it taper off, but they're holding on just a few more years for them to break that record. But Mariska Hargitay's pay is not going to decrease during that time. She's still getting paid $750,000. But I'm trying to figure out why on NBC network, on ABC, what is darn on Viola on? I want to say ABC, but ABC and NBC is owned by the same networks. They both, I want to say, are under the Disney umbrella. So I'm trying to figure out, why is Viola not getting paid equal, if not more? Because I would say, if you're paying Mariska Hargitay on $750,000, which once again, she's my favorite actress. She's been doing this darn on same gig for 19 consecutive years, and she's been the darn on pioneer of that show. She is now the face of that show, so she deserves that, and I think she should get an increase, if you ask me again. Y'all should go ahead and bump her up to $1 million an episode. But my thing will be this: darn on Viola Davis should be darn on bumped up to darn on 1.5. Darn on Mariska Hargitay should be bumped up to $1 million, because we do have to recognize the longevity and the fact that she has pioneered one of the longest running shows in history. But we also have to give respect to darn on Viola Davis and give her about $1.5 million per episode. So Shonda Rhimes, while you pocketing all that money and y'all darn on trying to shit on darn on Monique talking about, well, but they can't be darn, they just offered Shonda Rhimes $100 million. Well, Shonda, you got $100 million of extra money. What we gonna do about darn on Viola Davis? See, y'all want to throw out Shonda Rhimes to shit on Monique, but y'all ain't bringing up Viola Davis darn on still getting that $275,000 salary. Can we darn on quadruple that? Can we quadruple darn on Viola Davis' salary and get her up to darn on 1.5 million? Since darn going old girl just signed $100 million contract with darn on Netflix, so she ain't broke. She ain't in the darn going. Y'all keep saying, oh, well, the movie this was low budget and this was low budget. Bitch, fuck a low budget. Y'all got the damn money. Lee Daniels is the top darn on low end producer in the darn on field. Tyler Perry and Oprah are the top black major producers. Y'all know, Spike Lee is on the sideway. Y'all, Spike Lee is one of the only few black darn on producers. But I think he's the one that can legitimately say he has money problems. I think Spike Lee's money funny. But we know that Lee Daniels is not. So once again, the question is, how come we're not holding Lee Daniels accountable for Taraji P. Henson? How come we ain't holding Anthony Anderson accountable for darn on Tracy Ellis Ross? Because y'all saying he's the producer over there at Blackish. I don't watch Blackish, but if he's the producer, it seems like Tracy Ellis Ross' problem should be with Lawrence Fishburne and darn on Anthony Anderson, the producers of the show. It should be with the producers of the darn on show, if you ask me. So another darn on set of black men and a black woman with Shonda Rhimes. I'm just waiting. So that is my thoughts on that. I'd love to know y'all thoughts. I know this video was long enough. Like I said, I'm sorry, Monique. We're going to have to get to you in another video, because I don't want this to be long. Now, on the other video, y'all going to watch out for what my thoughts on are. Should Monique have gotten paid $11 million? The way that Monique should have went about doing it. I'm also going to address the comparisons to Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. I'm going to address her being the most decorated comedian and how, if that holds or does not hold weight. So I got a whole 30-minute segment that I'm going to have to probably do on Monique. And actually, if I upload this video today, let me see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload it today. But if I somehow manage to upload this, I'm recording January 25th, 2018. If I upload it today, I want to know y'all opinions. Should my first live stream be a talk on, and I'm actually going to put that on my Instagram, should I do my first ever live on Monique? Do we need to go ahead and do a live to get y'all reactions on Monique being paid less than? Y'all tell me y'all thoughts. If not, I would just do a regular recording of it. But I will see y'all soon. Mwah.